to go, and they're trying to have the best run they possibly can ski. And that's that same adrenaline rush that I used to get when I was in the competition gate. So I get it in both areas.
Oh, wow. Wow. I see. Okay, so here's the question. And they say, you know, don't ask these kind of questions and do favoritism. But of the current students now of our, you know, Korean team, our 국가, you know, 대표 team, is there anyone in particular that you feel that we should keep our eyes on for the Pyeongchang Olympics?
I definitely have two athletes right now. They're
yeah?
both I guess, stars in their own right. I have a young man, his name is Jae-woo, and a female, her name is Jung-hwa. And those are my two star athletes right now. They both have done really well in competition, and those are the ones that I'm grooming to definitely be at the top in Pyeongchang. But also I have several younger skiers that are following them and chasing them, and I feel like in a few more years they'll catch up, and so it will be a great dynamic for the team.
Wow. You know what? Why don't you take a time right now at this moment and say something to your athletes, your two star athletes and the rest of the team by their names, and go ahead and say something from our coach님, you know, to our, you know, national team.
Well, Jae-woo, Jung-hwa, and, you know, Jihan, Jiwon, all of you guys are skiing so well, and I appreciate your hard work and effort, and look forward into going into Sochi, Russia, 2014, and of course going to the Pyeongchang Olympics with you guys in 2018. It's an exciting time, and we definitely have a great future ahead of us.
Wow. And how old are these students right now? Are
They're actually all really young.
Team? Yeah.
They're the average age is about 17 on my team.
Oh, wow.
I guess that'd be American age, though, so 19. And our oldest is Jung-hwa. She's 21. So it's a really young team, and it's actually a perfect age going into the Pyeongchang Olympics because most athletes mature and their bodies stop growing around mid-20s. So that's a great time for competition, and they'll all be hitting that age mark when the Pyeongchang Olympics come around.
Wow. You know, before we get any further, I want to bring out your bronze medal. First, why don't you tell us a little setup story, you know. Tell us, you know, who was Toby Dawson, and then who was Toby Dawson after this medal?
Who was Toby Dawson? I have no idea. It's so weird to talk about yourself. I was...
it's all about you today.
I was a very motivated athlete, and every time I was injured or anything like that was actually the motivation that kept me skiing and pushed me to the limit to be able to become the skier that I became. So all that stuff, you know, I'm almost like an OCD. When I start a project, I have to finish it and I'll see it through. So when I'm out there training, I'm pushing myself 100% to the limit where I'm getting sick almost, just because I feel like there's another athlete that might be training harder. So that's how I kept my motivation up. And then, of course, you know, the Olympics, it was a dream of mine to go compete in the Olympics, but also to receive a medal was a great honor as well.
Wow. Now, how long and hard did you have to train to go into the Olympics?
I feel like I was training my whole life to go to the Olympic Games. I was very close to making the team in 2002 and just missed out by one spot. And so I rededicated myself and made sure that I was going to compete in the 2006 Winter Olympics and medal. And so just like a normal day going to the 2006 Winter Olympics, I would basically wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, go to the track and run for an hour and a half doing sprinting drills. And then I would meet my coach and go skiing for about 2 hours, come back and then meet my gym trainer for about 3 hours, and then pass out and go to sleep. And then wake up usually around 12 to put more food into my body because I was using up so much energy, go back to sleep so I could be ready for the next day.
Wow. Do you miss this?
Not at all. When you talk about a job, I mean, those are some serious hours that I was logging in. And you don't get a chance to hang out with friends and family. You don't go out and drink. You don't do any of that stuff. It was just all dedicated to trying to get a medal in 2006. So you definitely put your personal life aside.
Wow. Okay, so now I understand that your parents, the parents who adopted you, were your instructors, right?
They were not really my instructors. They were both ski instructors. When I was 3 years old, I was adopted from Korea, and both my parents were ski instructors when I moved over. And then my mother quit ski instructing so she could help raise myself and my younger brother. And she was actually the first one to put me on skis as well.
Oh, wow. Now, at that time, was this ever a talk? You know, the first time you stepped into skis, yes, Toby, one day you'll be, you know, an Olympic medalist. Was this ever a talk between you and your mom?
The wild thing, it was never an issue with my parents. They always backed me in whatever I did, but never pushed me in any direction. I did have to make a choice when I was about 14 years old between skiing and hockey, because I loved playing ice hockey at the time.
Yeah.
And I just didn't have enough time to compete and be good at both.
Right.
So they made me make a decision on which I would like to do, but it was always whatever I wanted to do. And if I showed an effort that I was working hard, they had no problem taking me wherever I needed to go to compete and pay for, you know, things like equipment and training.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. Okay, so, you know, we're going to kind of go back and forth and things like this. I definitely want our viewers to actually see the medal. And actually, before we started the show, I got to pick it up, and it's really heavy.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I want to show everyone, this is Toby and this so American you. Bring out your medal and exactly how you actually keep it. You know, most, take it out. It's
what happened was, I originally, when I got the medal, they gave me this great display case, but it's so cumbersome to put it in there and carry it around in a backpack and take it to things like this interview. So I decided how much easier would it be just to throw it in a sock. So it started out, I was in like an athletic sock, and then everyone made fun of me, like, come on, that's just a gross, dirty gym sock. So I upgraded it to a cashmere sock because it is a medal.
Yeah, let's take it out. Let's take it out. Look at that. Wow. So, you know what, actually, let's let you hold it. And if you can go ahead and explain the medal and at the time how you got this medal and what your thoughts were. Go ahead and please explain
Well,
that.
this was from the 2006 Torino Winter Olympics, and I received this medal in the freestyle mogul event. It's each Olympics, the host country gets to decide how they want to design the medal. So every Olympic medal has a different design. This one is unique, obviously, because it's from Torino, Italy. And what is cool is they say the Olympic Games in Italian, French, and then English around the outside of the medal. So
wow,
that's my medal spiel.
So yes, and tell me, at that moment when you received this medal, what was your thought? When they put the medal on you, what was your thought?
Well, one would think that it would be such a great moment, but it was what was going through my mind was, what am I going to do next? I'd put so much time and effort into getting this medal. I never thought about what I would do after the medal. And since I received the medal and I was accomplished my goal, my mind was able to move forward and say, what are you going to do now? And so it was kind of a confusing moment for me. I didn't know what the next step in life was.